Good morning here, YouTube people. What is going on with you all today? Hi. I'm here in this area over here. That's the Shane right there. I think I've said it before, but the Shane is a restaurant that's underneath of a hotel. Those are exclusive hotels that house like opposing teams of football, basketball, soccer, you name it. Some scholastic people, actors, actresses, things like this. Right here in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I'm stationed at, and it's actually a pretty nice place that I live in. This is close to Buckhead, which is supposedly the richest place in Atlanta. There's several rich people out here as well. I mean, wealthy. I have made a statement before that rich doesn't mean exactly wealthy, but both are considered, one follows the other. That's how I look at it. But nevertheless, I have many friends over this way, and that's just the way it rolls. Rock and roll, rock and roll. There goes my friend Greg. I wanted to talk to you about something that is very exciting to me. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, sorry but not sorry, I'm not going to be posting, if at all, on Facebook any longer. And this channel right here, if you've been wishing that I won't say anything else on this channel here, you might get your wish, because I think this is going to be the last video that I will make on this channel. I have two social medias that have quite many followers, but you wouldn't even know about it. I have not posted them on Facebook, and they don't have anything to do with my name, the name I have here, my regular name. I mean, I have my information in there so they know who to send the checks to, but other than that, it's not going to be found. I got 2 on Instagram, I got 2 on TikTok, and 2 right here on YouTube aside from this one. So I don't really think I need to put any information out on how to find me on any of that. This here doesn't benefit me whatsoever. And it's kind of hard to make a video here with what I do. I also am in the middle of another project that I'm working on, and I'm rising up, and I am because of my father, and I'm very thankful for that. I just wanted to say that, but I also wanted to make this one last video. If you want to learn anything from me, you're better off just paying for services, because I also have a practice. So, but nevertheless, this is going to be my last helpful video as far as helping people that maybe they feel stuck or lost or something like that, or they have gone through exactly what I'm going through or have gone through, and maybe they could learn a little something through it. I actually have mastered what I've gone through, and I believe that I could teach others how to go through it also. If you've ever been abandoned or left stuck or left without any kind of anything, no, there's all kinds of things that could happen to you. Know this: if you have my Father in your heart, you will never fail. He's always with you. He says it. Even in your darkest of hours, he's there with you, right along with you. And if you have him, who else do you need? Yeah, it basically says that. I just put it in my own words, so let's not be technical. But yeah, it says it. So if God be for me, who be against me? Okay, that's the same technicality. It's the same thing. Anyway, I wanted to get into this video here and talk about professional time wasters. Nothing irritated me more back in my most recent past with a person that I thought was supposed to be with me, and they were playing me the whole time. However, when it was all said and done, I just didn't know what to do, because I had wasted 3.5 years of my precious time. Wasted my love on this person, and it was all for naught. It was just a train wreck. And then for a couple of years after that, as I have told you, I was homeless, this, that, and the other thing. It still had me like in a chokehold or something, like I fought, kicked and screamed and got my way out of that finally, but it took me a lot to get away from that. But I'm just the type of person that not only am I caring and giving, I put all of my love into somebody. It's like putting all your eggs or apples or whatever into one basket, and that is what happened to me, Instead of having a few close friends here and there, I allowed that person to run off all of my options. They were very great about doing that. Blah, 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 blah. Talk about me all the time. Acted like they were interested in me. And when it was all said and done, they stomped on me like I was a bug. And they were in competition with me the whole time that I didn't even know about, I didn't know I was supposed to be in competition with this person. But you're going to drag me all the way down with you and then have me fight my way back up and see if you could get up there before me? Well, the only way that ever happens is if you connect with somebody that has more than I have, okay? But I have all I need in my Father. You looked at it on the other side of the coin. You looked at it on a materialistic type of situation, and I had my Father the whole time. If I had my Father, I have everything that I need, all the tools that I need, all the money and support that I need. And that's one thing that a lot of people just don't understand. When it comes down to certain people, if you have your quote-unquote father, who is my father, not my dad and not my mom, my father, then I don't need anything else. My family can come against me, my friends, my acquaintances, my enemies, whoever. If God be for me, who should be? You could stand up in your corner and say, I'll be against you. Go right ahead. Because if God be for me, who can be against me? For real. So, all the demon attachments that you might have or something like this, they are scared of my father, for sure. And they will never be in a position to do anything towards me. Yeah, if I was caught off guard, which I was, like I said, I was in love. I was not playing games with this person. However, they were playing a lot of games with me. And they know it, but I don't regret it. I took it as a very good learning experience, and I moved on from that. I don't even care about that. A lot of people that I used to chat with in the Philippines, if I ever talked about an ex of mine, they were like, oh no, you need to move on, blah, blah, blah. No. I only talk about a situation that I have had to teach other people what to do and what not to do. Because I don't want to see anybody go through what I have gone through. And so this is not only a learning experience for me, it's also a teachable experience for you who are listening to me. Some people are cracking up laughing. Like I said, my sister told me about her husband. Yeah, he's been laughing at you. He says you're funny, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? You ain't trying to learn nothing, so sit down. Drink some coffee. Do whatever it is you do. Leave me to my own work, my own life. I follow my father. Apparently you don't. So sit down, take a chill pill, and I'll talk to you some other time. But that's just how it is. It's not about being a proud, puffed up person and that, because I'm not. I'm very humble, okay? But, you have to know when it is and when it's not the right time to make fun of anything that my father has going on. And if he tells me to do something, I'm going to do it, okay? And nobody on this planet will be able to stop me. However, I am going to announce that as of today, I am discontinuing this channel. And I don't look to make any more. So you could go to Danny the Demon Slayer, the Dream Warriors, and the Unbreakable Heart. Okay? All three of those are mine, and I think I've made myself clear in all of my videos that I have taught enough about what to and what not to do when it comes to a relationship, and I've explained and I have put it all out there on the table. And I don't need to go any further into this. So I will not be posting any more videos on this channel or the other two channels as well. I'm not going to. I don't need to. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Like it or not, hey, what can I do? I really don't care. But like I said, I have two channels on here. I have two channels on TikTok, and I have two channels on Instagram with quite a few followers. On this channel right here, I think I have eight subscribers. Whoop-diddy-doo. But you wouldn't even know it. You might even surprisingly be subscribed to both of my channels on YouTube right here, and you would never even know it was me, because I'm not talking about it. I don't talk about things of that nature, because there are certain people in my life, and they will remain nameless, that might try to mess me up in some kind of way, as far as my progressing and things like that I don't really feel like I need to put it out there where I'm at, what I'm doing, blah, 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 blah. So I don't. But anyway, in my most recent past, I've had this one person that I could, think of that started what they were calling a relationship with me. And I only look at it as a situationship at this moment in time. I don't believe it was ever a relationship. And they only wished bad on me, and they brought me down to their level, which was almost nothingness. And I had to fight my way back up, and I did. I did everything within my power to get back up to the status that I once had. Is it perfect at this moment? No, it's not. But I'm getting there daily. And sooner than later, as I have said, certain things might happen or whatever, and good for me, and excuse me. And I don't wish badness upon this person. I took it as a learning experience, and I moved on from there. And I wish the person the very best that they could ever imagine. I truly do. That's how much I do not care about that situation any longer. It all seemed like one big joke, that person acted like they were interested in me and then totally did a 180. I have never felt so much disrespect and so much, I don't know, it's just craziness, actually. It was like the most uncomfortable feeling that I have ever had in my life. And I look back on that 3.5 years like, man, I just wasted a whole lot of time. And I said it to that person. Oh, I wasted time too. No, you didn't waste time. You wasted my time. And my time is very valuable, especially because of what I said in my yesterday video. I am 23 years your senior, okay? You still have, maybe, because none of us know when we're going to pass away, but essentially, you should have more time in your life than I do, okay? But you wasted my time. I was putting my love into you, pouring it into you daily, and I got back zero. And, it was all like one big joke for that person. I still don't understand it to this day, but I don't care. Just flat out don't care. I have zero feelings for that. I don't play games. I don't run through, why did this person do this to me? It doesn't matter. I took my lessons. I took my licks. I took my beatings. I took my whatever you want to call it. I reaped what I've sown. And then I returned. I returned stronger, better, faster, just more powerful than a locomotive, able to jump tall buildings in a single bound. I am the Superman of my own story. I'm the hero, okay? I don't look at myself as being any kind of a loser. You want to know how many people have called me a loser? You and your little minions have. I know that. You know that. But who cares? Ever tried to look in the mirror? There you go. There you go. So, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to do anything. But I am discontinuing this channel. I'll see all y'all on the flip side, and thank you for all your views and this and that. But I'm done with the teaching part of that. If I do any teaching at all, it will be in person, and I will counsel other people to becoming a better person, the person that I see inside of them, as I did with this girl. She just didn't want to change. She thinks she doesn't have to change because to her, in her own little warped imagination, she doesn't have anything wrong with her. She's a perfect person. Well, that's just a thought of hers. But in reality, anybody that has ever dealt with her on a closeness basis can tell you a lot different. Because I'm not the first person that she has ever done that to, and I'm certainly not the last. And as of today's date, it will never be like that. However, I welcome her into my Father's world. If you never accept him, then you only have one fate. And you will be in that eternal fire. And, if you don't make it there, hey, more power to you. But I believe in prayer still, and I do pray for her. I pray for all of them women that have wronged me in my past. But it's not something that shows on me, because although I may have been affected at that time, I'm not affected now. I'm not. So you can have your little fun at your time and stuff like this, but you will find out, if you haven't already, you will find out that you can't keep a good guy down. I'm just not the one to stay down. You just can't. And especially as to who I am. And I've said who I am in many, many, many videos. Of course, I haven't given out everything, because there are certain things that I cannot talk about. But what you do know, you get kind of an idea. I wish zero badness on anybody. I truly do. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I am totally thankful and grateful for everybody that has viewed all of my videos on Denny the Demon Slayer, all of my videos on the Dream Warrior, and all of the videos that you have looked at on here. But I want you to know forever and always, I love you. I love you right there. And I always will. And as I said before, I will never change that, because I have the love of my Father in my heart. And He is love. And so it protrudes through me. It comes through me, regardless of where I'm at, regardless of what happens to me. I will always have His love right here within me. And I wish everybody the best. Thank you once again from the bottom of my heart for viewing my channel, for watching my videos. You will just see me disappear off the face of the earth. It was good while it lasted. Hey, so long. Bye. You know, like I said, if any of my Facebook friends in the now wish to message me, go ahead, but you won't be seeing me online like I was at one time. I've already pretty much not done the Facebook thing. You know, there were a couple of things that somebody had sent me. You know, I just filled something out and they gave me this comment or whatever, and I posted it. But I don't do the Facebook thing like I used to. I don't believe anybody has a right to anything that goes on in my life. So I'm not going to be doing that, and I won't be doing this any longer. I already have 6 channels right now: TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And you know, you will see me, but you will never know that it's me. And I just wanted to say once again, I love you. I love you right there. Love yourself. Love my Father God. And by all means, love each other, people. Until now, to forever. Thank you for everything, and good night.
2,000 years later.